Okay, starting a new clip from gate number 5, pan and pause for continuity. Night seeing foliage normal, wide angle lens on, homemade lens hood. You can probably tell that by now. Anyway, so this probably dried out to some extent and has been re-wetted by the weekend's rain, which came I think 3 or 4 days just too late. So anything beyond this wet area is probably not going to be there anymore, but hopefully there'll be stuff hanging on in this semi to permanently dampish spot. Whether that's because there's a major leak in the reservoir and it just comes out of this spot, I don't know. But it does get wet and remain consistently wet for quite an extended period of time during the season. And I saw that they took core samplings. They could determine the soil moisture content over a wide-ranging period of time to actually determine whether or not it's just a seasonal occurrence or it's actually due to the fact that the reservoir is actually leaking. Yeah. But yeah, I think maybe we'll make a walk in through here. Then we've got to keep we're not quite into October, but since it's such a weird season, we'll keep our ears out for snakes, just to be on the safe side. Well, we saw an old round kangaroo sunning itself in the sun. Tautology there. Oh yeah, look at that. Starting to dry out. So we're all the we were only here. Oh, there's one glid, no, 2 glids, a few glids down there in amongst the moss. There's a foliosa starting to put up its basal starting to put up its erect flowering stalk. As again, it's only a couple of inches high. Dampish through here, getting damper. Oh, look at that lovely blue gum, because we've come from that one cold event we had between 0 and 1 degrees. We just had one this season. And basically the rain we had at the weekend, you could probably lump that into being a washing down the road event sort of thing. It was getting into that sort of rain, so you know, we basically had 1 or 2 of those this season, but it comes just so late. So yeah, well, that's a cute one in amongst that, but it's starting to put up its flower stalk, so it's going to get really, really ratty. Once they start putting up the flower stalk, it's basically all over Red Rover when it comes to photography. And oh, I just almost cut myself with that barbed wire. Hopefully I'm not going to get any tetanus or anything. Well, there's a lot in there, so that's something anyway. And then pause. I mean, if I find a good one, I'll settle down and quickly take some you know, some shots, you know, macro close up. I'll take the wide angle off and get down, but I don't think we're going to get to that stage, fellas, this season. I do think it's all over Red Rover, basically. When it comes to photography-wise, it's basically just a year in review and planning for next year. I think hopefully, when we go back to being Australia again, hopefully, if we can get rid of the smeg by Christmas. You know, all I want, as I said, it's coming to say, it's all I want for Christmas is a JFK incident, you know. Get to that stage. Starting off as a joke, but going to end up to be a powerful meme, I think. You know, is it going to be a case of Putin flying in and they're going to be blasting him out of the sky just to give our so-called Prime Minister something to really get his teeth stuck into, to, you know, sort out the men from the boys sort of thing? You know, if you really do want a war, well, how about having one from Russia long distance? You know, what are they going to send over long distance into Abbotland, eh? Well, they can't keep flying sorties in, so from their point of view, it most likely will be a suitcase device, surely, in one of the major capital cities. Yeah, that would be the most economical, logistical way of ending the war and occupying Abbotland, I suppose, from afar. Now ISIS would probably pick Adelaide because it's the city of churches, so I doubt Russia would pick the same city as ISIS would pick, so I'm assuming Adelaide would be safe from a Russian suitcase bomb. And given Putin's nature, he might want to spare the people who have actually been very predictive in the outcome if it does bear fruit and come to be, come forth, sort of thing. That's not quite the phrasing I'm searching for, but you know what I mean. On the aftermath side of things, it probably will look very very interesting from his point of view if he spared Adelaide. Yes. Anyway, it's probably time to start a new clip, but it's starting to look quite interesting here, and it's still quite damp, and it's almost damp enough to start a whole new short seasonal generation of glids, if they can twig. Probably need another downpour of a similar nature, and yeah, anyway, we'll take another clip, okay?